Okay, and I should be live right now. Let's do a quick change first. Okay, no, yeah, okay. So that. So in today's live stream, I'll mainly go over, well, basically getting the whole timeline playback working. Normally this shouldn't take too long. Let's just set this on like. Okay, and this should also update. And I think I'm ready. Been kind of a busy morning. Setting everything up. Okay, is my audio actually working? Yes. Is the live chat working? I don't think the live chat is working at all. Nope. I don't think it's working. Okay, I'll quickly change the chat. Okay, chat is working. Hey, welcome to the stream. I should probably wear my headphones so I can actually hear what's going on. Okay. So, the chat is updated. I probably should also update the other chats. I'm still reasonably new to streaming, so... Okay, and let's start. Let's show my screen. I think it is this one. Okay. GoZen. No, let's open a Tmax. Oh, and then here, godot, src, projects. So I get a better log. So I got hardware decoding working recently inside of the GD extension. So the GD extension has now hardware decoding. Hopefully, it's still, like I sent it to the testers, and hopefully there won't be anything wrong. There's some problem with the GD extension not being found, but the path of the error is kind of strange. So I think there's something wrong with the file structure, but normally the hardware decoding should be working. After that is like properly working, I'll start working on the hardware encoding, which probably should not take too long. Let's take this paper away. Hardware decoding. It was simpler than I thought it would be. And that's making me worried, because I thought it will be more complicated to implement. So I feel like I messed something up. Like, I can quickly show it. If I go to my test room projects, I shall probably also... If I go to video playback, normally I put it... So inside of the GD extension, right now there's a new variable hardware decoding. If this is true, it uses the GPU. So if I launch this, and I also need a video file. Okay, I'll first put it to my webcam, I think. Oh. I don't know if my file browser is open on something that it should not see. Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. So we have this, let's put this all on 7. So if I drag in a video, normally this should start working. Right now it's at, well, around 70 FPS, but if I were to disable VSync, I will have to remember to disable everything what I'm doing now. If I disable VSync, normally the performance will be a lot faster. Normally around like 1500. Yeah, I think OBS is probably causing some delay. Well, it's still 1300 frames. So, hey Violin, hey Slender. Why did I say my own name? It's morning. It's morning. That's been some time. Oh, what was I going to do? There was. Oh. There was something that I had to do during the live stream, and I forgot what it was. I needed to share. Okay, wait. Okay. So for GoZen right now, I am looking for new alpha testers. I'll add the new alpha testers at the end of this. At the end of this week, on the 20th. I'm looking for more active people because it's kind of needed with the speed that I can work on GoZen right now. So I'll quickly add this here. How do I do this? And normally I can pin this. This should have worked. If I pop out this chat, what happens? Can I make this web browser thing interactive? If I could like make this interactive. I also just noticed the white is like maybe I should just cut it off so the pinned message is not visible, can I? Oh well, that's very for later. Let's start working on the video playback, but for that I also need to, well, probably I won't need this. I won't need this. I will need GoZen light because I'm basically copying what I've already made, so okay, normally this should be working if I add something. Yep. Okay, so now I can easily switch between my files. Okay, so how is everybody doing? I got nice coffee. My kid is still sleeping. My wife is still sleeping. It looks like it's going to be a good day today. And after this, probably to the park with my kids. The amount of progress that I've been able to do in the last couple of days, it's been a lot. Having time that you don't need to spend cooking or taking care of your kids, I've been able to do a lot. So the video playback, I should probably open the correct panel. Oh, eh? I I think that was my. I should probably put this on, kinda. Whoops, 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 whoops. Let's go to studio mode. Normally there should be a sound playing. I did not hear any sound. Oh wait, no. I think a sound played, but I couldn't hear it because I did not plug in my headphones. Thanks for the donation. I'm kind of. I didn't expect to get a donations this early on. Thank you. Well, that is hardware decoding funded. I haven't heard the sound. Yeah, Oh. And that's the message. Hey, do I need desktop audio? Normally this should. Oh, whoops. Wait. I should really do this in studio mode. Normally there should be a sound. So I'm kind of. No. And this one. My the stream alerts. Let's. I quickly want to fix this now because normally it should make a sound. Okay, wait. Did you hear that? No. Wait, why does this not like? I do hear something in my headset. Maybe YouTube should develop a streaming application using Godot. I think to get at the level of OBS, it will be kind of difficult. Okay, well, I'll try to figure out the whole audio thing afterwards. Thanks very much for the donation. You're the first person who made a donation during the stream. Like, I'm not used to receiving a donation during the stream. Oh wow. I got I'm kind of distracted. So we need to have the video playback. We need video playback and we need audio playback. Right now the view I should probably open GoZen Lite to get the code of that one. If it wants to open. Like GoZen Lite has working video playback and working resizing as well. Wow, 8 viewers. It's been some time since there were so many people watching. So video playback at the view panel. No. How did I call this? It's just part of main. Ah, okay. So this is just a... Yeah, it's okay. So what I will need to do is make a sub viewport. I remember the entire trouble I had to go through for making this work. not change type, change name. Well, let's just leave it like this. So of here, let's add an export. So first I will need to handle the resizing. That's something that was kind of a problem that took some time to get used to. So let's just copy those things quickly. So fit height, keep aspects. Fit height proportional? Yep. And keep aspects centered normally, yeah. Oops. But normally I switch the height proportion, depending on if you have a, well, kind of like a short format or a normal video format, so that should change. How is my audio, by the way? Is it too loud or too silent? I've changed some of the settings on this thing and I'm not 100% certain. Oops. Okay. Isn't it kind of like late in the evening for you now, Slender? So we don't really need the current frame. The current frame is inside of... oh, I have not made a playback one. Didn't I? Okay, let's... Oh. 11:20. The last 3 nights, because of some family staying over... Oh, some friends staying over here. It was always past 9 when I went to bed, which is not usual for me. So yeah. I was planning on doing the stream yesterday evening, but my body didn't want to. My body was too tired. You set an alarm for the stream. I'm sorry for taking your sleep. So right now I need to find a way to make it all modular, because right now we have if I launch, normally this should launch up without any problems. We have this view and we have this view. So I wanted to register to each other if people have like different layouts with also a view panel, that they all have stop at the same point. That's something I kind of want to be able to do. Yeah, on the forward and rewind button, that's also something I never really fully implemented in let's take pressed. Why are you incompatibility renderer in Godot? I remember there being a reason for it. I don't exactly remember what it was, but there's a reason why I put it back into compatibility mode. I think on my system right now, I was having kind of like glitches that the UI will just turn black out of nothing, which was very frustrating if I wanted to get work done. So I hope in the next version that kind of like problem is fixed, but yeah, I have not really spent enough time to see how I can fix it. Also, when taking my PC back from sleep, Godot is black and it stays black. Oh. I don't know if there's already... Yeah, I could choose Dev 3, but at this stage I will prefer to just use a stable version of Godot to make certain that there's nothing wrong. But this is something. The Add Export Tool button. I'm kind of looking forward for that. Okay, we have our buttons. Play. I kind of want play on the top. I don't know why. Okay. Also started to do here as well. It's probably not going to be too difficult to do this. To implement the rewinds and sets. But for play, we need to call a function on play press. Most of the code should be happening in GoZen server. Of course. .4 dev2 was not working on my desktop environment. I was able to close the editor. I reverted back to 4.3 dev1 until now it's working as it should. That's... yeah. I feel like one of the reasons why I also just use a stable version of Godot right now is because I only have like a couple of things left to do before people can actually like start editing videos with it again. Yeah, I know you meant 4.4. Like the 4.3 dev versions. I really wanted to use them, but there were so many problems with it. And that's also the moment that I decided to not use the dev versions anymore for GoZen. I do feel like what day is it? The 14th. I've been able to do in these last 2 weeks, I've been able to do as much as I would normally be able to do in 2 months. And that's mainly because my wife is at home and being able to take care of the kids. So it's been helping me out massively to make progress. So on play press, I don't think we need anything else. We need an input manager. There is a camera problem. Oh. Ah. Eh? Wait, what is the camera problem in the overlay? Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I can do this as a quick solution. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I'm ruining it. Voila. Yeah, like the whole way that this um, desktop works, if I go to filters, nope, not this one, layouts. It's basically like this, but then with green areas. Filters. So if I don't do this, oh, whoops. No, I should not have touched that. So yeah, it's basically kind of like a green screen thing that I did. I should maybe have used different filters, kinda. Ma, it's fine. I could also just have put my webcam under my screen. That would also just have solved it. Like, yay, I'm invisible now. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Okay, let's just resize, and voila, problem solved. Can I like? Better. Oh, let's log that because I tend to delete things by accident. Hmm. I think fit height proportionally is not a good thing. I think I should just to ignore size, and then it will always stay in the middle. So let's just do that instead. Yeah, the new orientation. Like, it's something I thought about doing, but I did not know how to flip it. So I just want to try something out. I think I called this the action manager. Is action pressed? Let's quickly create a new thing. I will make it so it can only activate when it's actually on like a proper node. So that's something I will need to figure out. Oh, input map. Voila. That will make testing a little bit easier. On play pressed, let's see what's inside of this function. I think in this function I have the exact same problem as in the GD extension. Oh. Like, I found out about a problem. It was always using the wrong frame to be displayed. It was always like one frame off. And not only one frame off, it would also not show the last frame because apparently frames start at 0. Frame 0 is a thing. So I changed it so it would actually like be like if you have 330 frames in your video file, it will start with 1. Just a quick fix by adding -1 to the get frame option. Okay. If current frame is bigger or the same as end frame PTS, that we just return. Okay. Oh, whoops. I will start adding a little bit more comments to know what's actually going on. Do I already have... Oh. Hey? It did say that I already had a variable like that, so that's strange. Well, so if current frame is, I can't type today. Then I need to go to project.get okay, I think we always update it. Best to know if you should comment is let your project sit for 1 month and get back to it. If you're not able to get back to it, yeah, you need comments. Well, I look at this part and I'm like, yeah, I don't really know why I did this anymore, so I tend to not really put comments anymore. If you look at all my code, there are barely any comments. Like I got one comment here for something. I don't even checking if enough views are present. Ah, yeah, okay. But I don't think, like, I think this part of this code was kind of redundant because we already handle everything outside of this. No, I think there was like a problem, Ma. Well, if you look at the comment for the GD extension, oh. If you look in here, it's full of comments. I don't think I've written this many comments yet, but it's mainly because of the documentation. The only problem is the documentation for custom nodes does not really work, especially for add-ons, which I find very annoying because I put all this work and effort into making this. And then Godot just decides, okay, let's just not show the documentation to the people who use it. So far it's playing. We also need the audio players, so I think I should. Oops, wrong script. Let's first add like the way of how the tracks get added. That's probably a little bit more important right now than the boilerplate codes. So these are all things we don't really need. Is rendering, we don't need it. Is dragging, is already in the GoZen server, was playing. We should probably add. I don't think we need a process node inside of here. So we need views, an array of views. Let's start with that. Then this system will change a lot the moment that I start work on the effects. The effects are later on my to-do list. So yeah, well, I need to do them at some point. Better late than never. The stream players. And clip data. There will be, because of the new system that I got, it will take a little bit longer Well, it will require a little bit more processing power at some points, but overall the processing power needed to like scrub through the timeline and like play back the timeline as well should be lower. So it's only when you're scrolling through the timeline as a maniac that it will start like becoming kind of a bottleneck for bits. But it should not be too bad. So we basically save the current clips because it's just easier to know if you need to change the data or not. Because changing data takes a little while. We don't really need on end frame change anymore because we save the data in project. So can I just start deleting things from this file? Yes, probably. So we don't need this. We also got this. We don't need that. I'm not a fan of copying code at times, especially when it's a little bit long. Okay. I do want to finish this within like an hour or so, so GoZen server. On playhead moving dot connect, and we connect that to on playhead moving. This will complain var error int 0, and we just add everything to the error, and then if there's an error present, we print couldn't connect functions. Gonna connect to signals in default view panel. Not that it will ever happen, but there's a possibility. On playhead moving is not declared in current scope. Okay. So if we don't have the whole is dragging thing. Let's go to the timeline panel. Is dragging. Let's just add this here for now. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? So is dragging and a dragging. I don't know how much this will be needed though with the whole hardware decoding. Maybe not needed, maybe needed. So if is dragging, a dragging. Was playing is playing. I feel like this is code that should kind of be inside of... Like some part of this code should be in the GoZen server instead of in this module. Oh. Are we your duck? Basically, yeah, like I do have 2 ducks here. Right. But they're not very good listeners, they cannot give advice. They're onsen ducks. The problem is the modular thing. That's what I'm kind of struggling with at times. Oh, whoops. My hand's wrong on the keyboard. Now for now, I'll first implement it in here and then I can start moving things over. Okay, problem solved. How late is it for everybody? Is it like most people are probably from Europe, I think, in the stream, so or in the chat. Dutch here. Ah, Netherlands. Okay, so 2 people from France. I should have known Dutch. Renhoek NL. Yeah, Japan time is not very convenient sometimes for live streaming. Morning for me is evening everywhere else. Funk. Oh, if a dragging. I do wonder, like, will people create a better view module And what would they need? What functions do they need access to? Like, for performance reasons, I'm pausing things, but maybe that should just be a server thing that other modules can also use it, and have an option in the settings to disable the whole performance thing or not. That could be an option. Was playing, and then for L player in, oops. Set stream posts. That's also something I should probably say. So I got hardware decoding working probably. I will try to get that out in the extension version with the whole hardware decoding. I will try to get that out at the end of this week after enough testing is done. I don't want to release something that will break people their projects. So I have been talking about creating a Windows virtual machine. I have not gotten to it. I'm just not looking forward to having Windows on my PC, even if it's a virtual machine. For most coding projects, I'd go with something quick and simple and not worry about what other people want. Keep an eye on your issue tracker to see what people want. Yeah, I could do that. The only thing is, I do need to use this whole thing in other places as well, the whole playback. And I'm kind of considering, like, if I were to like make it more accessible, how can I make it more accessible that it works for my project and in the meantime also works for other people? But I guess I should just do what I like, make it work for me, and then just look at the issues. That's probably the better way of going about it. I do think GoZen has been going fast, and I'm kind of looking for the end of this month. At the end of this month, normally there's a whole Godot, like you can have a submission or something. Submission is open for the Godot show reel. I think there's still time. I hope there's still time. Yeah, submissions close on November 1st. I want to make GoZen usable enough, which honestly won't take long except for the audio stuff. Like, editing videos in GoZen will probably be able to happen and rendering them out by the end of this month. And next month I will focus the first week on audio exporting, then on video hardware encoding. That could possibly do a lot of performance benefits, because right now rendering out videos is not that great. Yeah, if I go down the road of trying to imagine all features people want, I get sandbagged and don't. I used to do that a lot. The amount of times that I made a roadmap and like tried to adjust it, and like kept thinking like, for these type of people, what would they prefer? Like, I should probably work on this first. I should probably work on this first. But at that stage, I did not even have like proper video editing. And this it's kind of dark as well. Let's add extra light. Have you ever emailed Godot Foundation if they want to sponsor you? I don't know if the Godot Foundation would want to sponsor me, because I do contribute a couple of like small amounts to the Godot project, but not to say that I like am like a valuable asset for Godot. So I'm not certain if Godot would actually think about sponsoring me. Like, yes, they earn a lot. if you go to the whole donate section, like this amount of money may seem like a lot of money, but if you like start dividing that by like a normal Belgium salary, or like a more like, whoops, 5, like, can I copy and paste? If you start dividing this by like a salary with like all the taxes and such, like in Belgium it's like 21% taxes, you have enough to pay 28 people, 28 and a half. And that's without like all the other things that they need to pay for, like server costs and such. So, and infrastructure, I don't think this amount of money can get them far if they were to also sponsor other projects. So I'm not really hoping on that. The thing that I mainly hope on is my Ko-fi page, and hopefully in the future members on the YouTube channel. But yeah, that's all future thinking. I am thinking of making a Kickstarter though, the moment that GoZen is almost going into beta, into, how do you pronounce it? Beta? At that moment, I'm thinking of doing a Kickstarter. I don't really know exactly how I will do the whole Kickstarter. I don't think it will be very, like, I don't know if it will actually like help or anything, but it's something I can do. I only have like 3 months left, like until the end of December, to make this whole thing financially work out before I need to get a normal job again. So hopefully the Kickstarter works, hopefully not. But the thing is also, I don't really have much to offer. So people who do donate big amounts, you get a video editor. I can't offer much more. Maybe I should start like a print-on-demand shop. T-shirts with the GoZen logo. No, that's something I will probably never do. Print-on-demand stuff. This is basically all for the video playback. Hey, well, how's it going? Yeah, I'm distracting myself. And I got interested in this project because I was thinking the Jellyfin video player. I don't think I've ever looked up like the Jellyfin media player. Okay, so there are things that I will need to implement inside of this, but do I already have a process node? Okay, no, that's good. Func process. I will need delta. If it's playing, and time. What is time elapsed? Is that a float or float? I do need to take in mind the problems that I had in the previous one, that I don't, like in the test room project of the GoZen extension, that I don't implement these mistakes instead of here as well. If time elapsed is bigger than a frame rate. If it's smaller than a frame rate, then we return. And while time elapsed is bigger than 1 point, to do the frame skipping. But we need to move the playhead as well, so... Oh, oops. Oh, Whoops. Let's move it up. I'm off to bed. Have a good night. Well, yes, midnight, it's almost the 14th. You're almost entering my day. 50 more seconds. And Europe is also in my time zone. Well, my time zone, no, my day. I'm the 14th already. I'm ahead of time. So we need to change the playhead position. Signal, I guess I can do on frame changed. And then we do on current. I think I should get a skip value for this as well. Good luck for the project. Thank you. I think I'll also go to bed. Good night, everybody. I should add a skips. And there goes the European. Yeah. We directly had only 4 viewers. Yeah, that's the problem when filming in the morning. But filming in the evening, like yesterday, I went to bed at, well, 2 days ago, I went to bed at 10 o'clock, I woke up at exactly midnight. And I could not sleep anymore until 4 o'clock. And I thought it was going to be fine for live streaming until like 3 o'clock started hitting in the afternoon. Turns out you need sleep to function. Hey, yeah, early again, yeah. I should really try to stream more in the evening, but yeah, it was not much of an option. Current frame plus 1. And we do skipped frames plus 1 as well. Really, you need sleep to function? Was aware of that. I think you're probably more aware of that than anybody else in this chat room right now. My kid, strangely enough, is still sleeping, which is kind of strange. Recently has been waking up at like 5 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock. A skip signal. What's the stream about? I just joined. I'm making a video editor inside of Godot. So far, the progress is we have a project manager, we have a loading screen, we have the timeline. It kind of works. That's a new error. Normally we can add clips, but I don't think I have my file manager open. Oh, whoops. Yeah, this happens because I use, i3. Normally I can do this. Nope. On the correct window. Voila. If I add a video to this, normally I will be able to drag it in. Voila. And we also have zooming in and normally moving clips around. Yes. Now I'm just working on getting the whole timeline working. The playhead does not want to move, so that's something I probably will have to fix at some point as well, but not today. Oh, it crashed. So yeah, right now I'm just making things work by looking at my test project and my GD extension for making video playback inside of Godot. But where was I? I'm in the timeline panel now. Okay, so first in here again. I think I should just implement most of the things inside of here. If current frame is bigger than the video, no, not get frame duration, we have an NPTS. Yeah. So if you're there, then it should stop because we're basically done. If it's dragging, we return. The project's still in early stage. No, this should just be false, and we should just have a function from is paused. So playback paused and started. We don't really need these. Okay. And as we skip the frames, well, skipped frames is not one. I should have probably deleted this one, this test. Oh, that's something I can change later. I still need to create a release for the DD extension, but first I want testing to be happen to it. And else next frame. If a okay, so that will work normally. On play pressed, we need to check if it's playing or not. If it's playing, then playback started dot emit. Well, the standalone expression. Oh. Okay, so normally this should be the loop that is needed to make things work. BRB. Okay, setup. Info text. So we don't really need to set them to empty things normally because we won't reload the project at any points. So for LID int, for every tag that we have, we need to tracks.size. We add a view. I think I can just create this instead of here. I don't think this will be a separate function unless you can add tracks afterwards. So func add view. Views.size. I should probably have views.append. We append a new text track.new. Is there like a way to append something? Well, no. Welcome back. Is there a way to add something to an array in a specific position? Well, let's keep it simple for now. I don't want to waste too much time thinking about how to make it future-proof. We also don't need the material because that's for the master shader. We won't be using a master shader in GoZen. So the only thing we need... Yeah, I can insert... Okay, a ID int. Then let's do that. Then it's a little bit future-proof. Insert in the position. Okay. For this, we don't need to change the material, but we do need to add a oh, the morning is time to get to me. Normally, I'm very good at doing work in the morning, but recently my mind is starting to feel old, I think. If I'm not mistaken, you can pass -1 as index to append, I think. Yeah, no, normally -1 and -2 answers, that also works. But the way that things are getting added, it could be helpful if people, like if I want to add functionality that people can add tracks in between other things, because with GoZen Lite, if people want to add a track, it would always just go on top. In viewpart, add child, views a ID. Move child to AID. Okay, current clips dot insert on AID, and that should just be an empty array to not cause any issues. Same for the audio players, we need to insert at AID. Audio stream player, new. I don't have the whole audio players thing yet. Where is the audio stream player? Audio stream player. Okay, so let's just add a note. Audio players. Normally this is not anything that could block clicking in the thing as well, so how do I call this? Let's just call it audio note. As you said, you cannot pass -1 to append. So it needs to be... Oh, really? Should be between 0 and the array size. Okay, so you cannot do anything else. Okay, every element needs to be shifted forward. Yeah, this. Every element's index after parent position needs to be shifted forward, which may have a noticeable performance cost, especially on larger arrays. GoZen Lite had that problem quite heavily, that it will not work properly the moment that you add like two video clips of like a certain amount of length. The lag will be, like the delay of moving the timeline sets will be quite big. Audio players insert audio note dot add child. And over here we need, yeah, when you insert at the start of an array and the array is used, it's best to revert the array. Yes, but that was not the problem. So the way I was doing everything was I would make an entire array and all video files would have like every single frame will be in it. It will, the way that I was doing it was very, very inefficient. I thought it would be black background. Okay, so the way I was doing it was basically I got my entire array. So the array will just say, like, it will be an array of multiple arrays. So I had track 1, track 2, track 3. And in that array, it would notify if there was a clip present. And if there was a clip present, it would be able to find out which clip it actually was by just going minus, minus, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 until it reached the start presentation timestamp of that part. So by example, you have a clip, you insert it, so from 0 to all the way to frame 30. So there will be 31 entries from 0 to 31, to 30. But then you add another clip after that from frame 100 to all the way to 130. But then you want to add a clip in the middle. So what do you need to do? Move the entire array aside. Or I think what I was doing, I was just appending all the frame numbers. But then when I remove the frame from it, all this data, for example, I would resize this, all this data would have to be deleted. I'm losing my voice. So all of this would basically all have to go, causing a lot of lag. Why is this not working? I have no idea. Oh well. So yeah, that was kind of the biggest performance drawback of that one. Right now, the way that I'm doing things, it's better. I didn't choose a dictionary. It was just so I would, like, the view panel and such would very easily be able to know if there's a frame at that spot or not, or if it should leave it blank, which I thought would be good for performance, but the whole checking and the moving data in the array when moving clips around was causing lag, and so much lag at some point that it just randomly crashed because of all the data in the array that has to be shifted the entire time. Oh. So the way that I'm doing it now, I have my files, which is basically they have a file ID and then a file object tracks, which is just an array, a dictionary, so an array of dictionaries. Each track is a dictionary, and each key in the dictionary is the start point of a clip. So if I add a clip from starting from frame 30, it will have 30 as ID. And then the value would be of that ID would be the clip ID. And in clips we have dictionary, and the key is the clip ID, and the value is clip data. I wish there was a way to more statically type dictionaries. I think that could kind of be beneficial. And the way that it right now gets the data is, I think the end PTS. That's probably the best way to show how it works right now. Wait, dictionaries can be typed? Is that like a 4.4 thing, or? Oh. Type dictionaries. Oh, you made me want to switch to the dev branch now. Oh. Wait, can I, like, you're on the 4.4 branch. Could I, by example, let's go upstairs. Like, if I have an array with a dictionary, can I also make this dictionary a typed array or not? Like, I know that you cannot have, like, array and then dictionary. Nested typed collections are not supported. I wonder if that is possible to have a typed dictionary inside of an array. I should. A good question. Like, if that will be possible, then it would work a lot smoother. Or I guess I could create like a custom class for tracks, and that it creates like, yeah, but I don't really want to start doing that. I prefer to keep things simple for now. If that will be possible to have typed dictionaries inside of an array. Since what branch dev? Nope, not since the first one. Implemented type dictionaries. Does it say anything? Oh, this could be so nice. Variants. I think you can hear my cat in the background. Då kan jag. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. It could be helpful if that will be possible. Could help our performance a little bit. The whole NPTS right now, it basically goes through all the clips, gets the highest it gets the highest track data key, so the highest start frame of a clip, and it just calculates it together with every clip data has an NPTS, which is basically it takes a start point and adds duration -1, and you get the end results. Not possible to nest. That's kind of a shame. I really wish that was a possibility. Maybe in a future version, I hope. I remember struggling a lot with these audio stream players. Most of the time they will just not work as expected. Like if you pause the stream for some reason, that causes a lot of issues with the playback in general, and yeah. Oh. Why do I insert this 2 times? I call to this. Nah. Okay. Remove view a ID int. To do add an fuse dot remove at a ID current clips dot remove at a ID audio players dot remove at, and let's put that higher. Yeah, the nested dictionaries, nested arrays, that's I wonder if there's like some kind of like limitation that does not allow for that to happen. Or if it's just something like, oh, it's a little complicated, let's leave it for somebody else to do. Okay, and this code will basically be... Why don't you create a class for the datas? I have not like gotten to like optimizing the code in general. I could do that, but I'm not certain how much performance it would save right now. It could be something I could easily do, but yeah. First, making GoZen usable. And then performance testing, improving. Oh, whoops. set frame a frame number. I should add an array here var frames. This will be an array of, is it texture 2D? What does this create? I think it's texture 2D. Like if I say that the frames in here, they can just be copied around, well, copied around or just referenced to. So we don't need every single module that uses the frames to do like create their own copy or create their own instance. Yeah, well, it's like I have some amount of classes like the clip data. I could have done this in just a normal array and just remember the positions of everything. Like everything is an integer. Everything is an integer. Something I have been thinking of doing for this to increase performance is create a var data packed int array, and then create an instance for every single item and just have func get id voids return. I have been thinking about doing it like this. I don't think I need a node type inheritance for this, no. So I have been thinking about like this could be I think this could be something to increase performance. Wait, does resize create a... No. Like, I'm not certain how beneficial this will be to create just an array and just remember the position in that array. If that will yield a performance benefit instead of just having them all separately. Yeah, that's not a problem, yeah. Like, at some point I may do those kind of like things just to hopefully increase performance a little bit if it starts struggling. Like, all little pieces can help. Like, but I'm not in a state that I really worry too much about performance, so... Set frame if frames dot size is smaller. If frames dot size is not... Yeah, performance should be treated later in the process. Yeah, like the whole performance aspect is something I will only start working on during the next stage after alpha. If they occur, yeah. Project dot tracks dot size and else frames dot resize. I don't want to always like change the size of this the moment that things change. So we need a frame number. I don't guess we need a frame number. I think we could just get the current frame number at all times. Oh. Yeah, let's just remove a frame number altogether, but add an add force bool false. Oh no, we do need I remember why I have this frame number integer current frame, because when I start it's basically a performance thing that I don't regenerate the exact same frame that already exists. That's why. Oh, that was almost my camera on the floor. You remember where is the comment about it? I remember, so I don't need a comment. Now, this has been some time since I was able to work on this whole thing. Like I think this was one of the first parts that I actually started work on GoZen Lights. If current frame is a frame number and a force, let me just return. Well, we don't really need an else statement there. And current frame becomes a frame number. And that's why we need a frame number here. Okay, so for id int in project dot tracks dot size. If I should just start using current frame number. Tracks data. I know I can just copy and paste most of this code, but I want to type it so I have more of an understanding of like what I'm actually doing right now. You type your for loops as well. I'm proud of you. I've been typing my for loops for some time now. Ever since I realized that I could do that, I've been doing it. I'm trying to do everything as typed as possible. Like even if I connect my functions, like I got all the error checking on, just in case, like with all the return values. No. Oh, over here. So everything is on warn and error. I don't want to put things on error just when I quickly test things that I don't have to go through the trouble of fixing things so it does not crash. I don't like these kind of things. I don't like that I have to keep creating a new variable in kind of like a loop. Like this will happen like 30 to 60 times a second. So let's just create a... on the other hand, does it matter if I keep creating... I don't know what kind of performance impact this has. Probably not as much as I think it has. Oh. Yeah, I have this here. I should not have this here. This should be... Yeah, I'm not being smart right now, I think. Like the audio players, I should probably have the audio play. Like, if I do this, multiple audio players will be created for every layout that uses a viewport, which is not really. Yeah, audio players. Yeah, I'll put audio players also in here. I think this makes more sense to have the clip data and audio players instead of here. Yeah, well, I can already see multiple bugs popping up because of this method, because it will probably not 100% work with this code, but that's a worry for later. But this part also needs to change. This still relies on the old system. Get clip from raw. And then the frame number. I don't really need this, I think. Okay, this is going to be taking longer than I thought. So, func get clip from raw, a track ID, int get clip from raw. It slows down the loop, but we're talking about microseconds. Yeah, there's still seconds in the name. Okay, so this system, what I have here, will not work. So what I will need to do is, let's do my comment tactic. So find the PTS before current frame. If we find the PTS before the current frame, then we know like, okay, this could possibly be the clip. So we check if current frame is inside of that clip. If not, return null, else return clip data. Okay, so that's easy. Be cool to some amount of performance checking, so we don't start checking every single point. So var let's first check if there is a value. If current frame inside of project dot tracks. Pass. Yay. So if the current frame is in project tracks, that's a good thing. We can go further. Or if the current frame is bigger than project dot. No, for that like with this we will directly know the number. So if current frame is bigger than project dot tracks dot tracks dot keys dot is this a thing? Cannot find property keys on base array dictionary. Okay, first we need to get oh wait. Yeah. A track ID. The method min is not present in track data. We create a dictionary, and that's project.tracks a track ID. Keys return an array. Yeah, it does return an array, but it's a value. It returns an array, and because all the keys are normally supposed to be integers, with type dictionaries this could possibly be solved. But yeah, nested type dictionaries, this could possibly be solved. For L track data dictionary track ID. L track data. So track data dot keys dot min. Okay, so this should work. Wait, did it really not going? I feel like this should have worked. It did work. I probably did not add. I did not treat keys as a function, so let's just do this. So current frame project tracks data. I track keys minimum. If that is bigger, -1 till hitting BTS. And return null. So if it is in track data, then we just return project tracks a track ID, and we return current frame. Then we have this here, so for I int in current frame -1. If project dot in project tracks a track ID, then we hit it, and now we just need to check if it's inside of that array. And that will already be working a lot smoother than this. What was I doing in this one again? I was doing something very similar, I think. So if that's the case, then normally this part will also solve the problem of crashing on the first instance, I think. Like on the first frame, which was happening in GoZen Lite. If current frame. I don't like the amount of if statements that I need for this. So if yeah, like this whole the way that it was working before, yeah, it had to do with this part, I think, with getting the clip data. Like, I'm still not 100% certain how that crash kept happening. It was always very random, but I think it was just by using the arrays too much. I've noticed in Godot, if I use the arrays too much in a row for like seeking through them, for some reason they crashed. I'm not certain like why this was crashing that part, or like why it could not get a frame. Maybe it was because of the bug that I fixed inside of the GD GoZen extension. The GD extension from GoZen. Like there was a playback issues that the last frame would not be able to be retrieved. Every time when you get towards the end, it will not display. And there was another bug that I did not even wasn't even aware of, that it does not play every single frame. Like it was always one frame behind, and the last frame would never show unless you would specifically click to search for it. If current frame is -1 in project track ID. Or to get rid of some of the things, if it's whoops. If current frame is smaller than the smallest one, then we just return null as well. Then we have one less space on the right. So we need to check if current frame in project tracks a track ID clip data wait, what am minus, this should be minus I. Dot clips clip data dot get and PTS, and normally this gives a integer, and if we change this now to range, oh whoops, I do wonder if I creating a range, it creates a large array, so I think I should probably not do that. So if current clip is smaller than the NPTS, I think that's all I need to check for. Because we already know that it's not the PTS itself, so we don't need to check for that. We just need to check if it's smaller than the NPTS. Okay. Well, that's that function done. A little bit of cleaning up. And voila, we have our function. Okay, so get clip from raw. Let's go back in here. L new clip is true, and if current clips I is null, wait, why did we return null here? In case that could not be found. Okay, and then we need to get the type. Current clips. Okay, I should also just do frames. Okay, this is going to be a little complicated, I think. I don't have any way of testing this whole thing out until it starts working. So it's not like I can just quickly check and see like, okay, can we do something now or can't we do something? But why do we have this L new clip? We don't really, oh no, yeah, we use it for the set audio frame and such. So set audio frame, like the whole audio frame stuff, that was causing issues. Yeah, I guess we'll have to leave that until I find a better solution for that, I think. Like if a new or the stream is 0, we just add it, and else we seek the audio. Like it will not start playing the audio at all for some reason. Or something I could do instead of adding a new clip. Ah. I could just audio players I could just do this. That should. Oh wait, dot stream. So we still need to make a way of creating the audio players inside. Can we create nodes inside of a global that they are childs of the global? I think we can. I will need to find a way of like when a track gets added that we can actually like. When adding track. So when we add a track, we need to add an audio player, but we also need to resize current clips, I think. We need to resize audio players and we need to resize current clips. So audio players dot resize. No, that won't be a problem normally. Soda. Returns okay on success. Oh, can't resize the clips. That's sorted out, so we don't have any problems with not having any space inside of the audio players. We still need to create the audio players though. So the audio players should not be null. If the audio player is null, we should create one, but I think we can possibly check for that inside of set frame. Can't resize. I set error back to 0 just in case. And this should do. I still need to do the whole action manager stuff so we can actually like undo actions. But removing tracks, I'm not certain if I will do that as like an undo thing. I feel like that would cause too much of a headache to like save the data of what was in those previous tracks. So if you delete a track, you're out of luck if you delete too much. Another print error. Cont resize frames in GoZen server. I don't know why these errors would ever occur. It's probably just when you're running out of memory, I think. Maybe add a track. We don't really have any way of adding a track at like a specific location yet. That's something that we should probably also do, but for now that's probably going to be fine. Audio players dot append audio stream player dot new add child audio players. I will just add the last one added, and that should normally be enough to get the audio stuff working. If I launch the project, what happens? Cannot add child on a null value. Okay. Yeah. These are all things that we don't need anymore. Remove view will be called when a track has changed. I do remember doing something with the files, the file data. Nope, apparently not. So match project dot get. Oh. Do we need to get the file date or just a file? Oh. Ah. Arigato. Enter. Kom. Jeetje. Bij wat? It's going to bring me food. He has been growing quite a lot. He's already a big boy, but still does not talk. Hi. Tabio? Hi. Papa to squashy. let's implement this, and then I think I'll just finish this math statement, and then I'll probably end the stream. It's already been 2 hours. I won't be able to finish this today anyway. So let's current clips. Read I dot file ID. I need to get the type, but I think this will. My niece had her 3rd birthday a few days ago, and she only starts to speak some words, but she tries more and more. Yeah, well, he can already, like, he's starting to say mama quite a lot, a little bit too much, like every 5 seconds. He can say papa, but only when he wants to. And all the other things are boo-boo. When he wants to say no, it's boo. When he wants to say car, it's boo-boo. When he wants to say anything else, it's also boo-boo. But he's trying more and more to, like, copy us, so that's a good thing. No is the word for her. My kid just goes, boo. Let's show my screen again. That's probably helpful. Okay. So let's try to finish this. So file.video pass file.audio pass file.image pass and file.color, and we also put a pass here. Func set a track ID. I don't really know if I should put this into like separate functions. Like, I think the main reason why I put it into separate functions was because else it would start being quite big in here. Let's do it in separate functions. I think that's probably going to be cleaner. Let's just leave them empty for now. I'll try to finish this. Audio. For audio, we don't need to add new anymore, but we do need to know if it's an add video bool. Func seek audio. I don't know why I created a separate function for that, so let's not do that. Func set image clip frame. We don't need anything for that normally. Like, we set the clip data beforehand, so it's not that we need to do anything else. She's doing fine. Not too much vomiting anymore. It's for the next couple of months, so next couple of weeks. Let's see how it goes. Normally I'm able to visit. My kid cannot, but yeah. Around here the hospitals are still quite cautious with the whole corona situation. Kind of understandable, but when a new kid is born, I'll be alone at home for 1 week, a little over 1 week. And normally that will be during No 0 Days November, so let's see how that goes. I think I should just set frame number on current frame. Current frame. Or I can remove this one. Oh, oops, and put it here. Yeah, it will become a busy time. But I'm looking forward for it. I feel like I should not have the add track ID there. I think I should. Let's leave it like this. So set audio clip frame. Right here we set audio frame. I feel like we should set that in the set video clip frame. So in here set audio clip frame a track ID and true. I think this makes a little bit more sense. Set image clip frame to I. And then sets color also to I. Too few arguments. Yes, because this needs false. Or I'll just do this by default. Looks cleaner. Okay, I don't think I'll do that much more. Let's see what the crash error is. Identify audio players not declared in current scope. I am play moving. Okay, yeah, too much stuff to transfer to GoZen server. So yeah, I think that will be it for the stream. There's not much more else that I can do right now, and I'm also getting hungry, so well, there's a lot more that I can do, but it will be way too time consuming. So yeah, I'll make an end to this stream. Thanks everybody for watching, and a quick shout out to all the Ko-fi supporters. Without them, this really would not be possible. I see that there's a media source here. I don't know where that comes from. Okay, well, anyway. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. I'll be planning on streaming a lot more often the next couple of weeks. I am making a lot of progress, and I do feel kind of confident to say that I will have a working, well, people will be able to edit videos by the end of this month, and hopefully somewhere in the beginning of next month, you will also be able to render out videos with audio. If that will be possible, that will be great. The only things left are then the effects and the transitions. I still need to work on resizing clips, but that's basically just copy and code over. There's not really much I need to change with that. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.